Hi, I'm Malcolm McDonald, number 9 for Newcastle United, and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
So it's official, it is official. Florian Thauvin has left the club finally after months and months of speculation that it was a done deal. We're just waiting for either one of the side to make it official. So Florian Thauvin is now officially a Marseille player after Newcastle confirmed the news earlier on today. And also we've seen the likes of Vurnon Anita, Haris Vukic, Sami Amiobi, Lubu Saka, who have all been in amongst the first team throughout the years, leaving the club. Under 23 players such as Jamie Holmes, Stefan Broccoli, Ben Smith also depart, and also academy players such as Gideon Adu-Pepra and Daniel Lothar all leave the club as well. Newcastle, of course, have kept on some under 23s, under 18s and academy scholarships. If you do want to check out all those names, again, have a look at our social media. We have all that covered as well. So yeah, the big two stories is Florian Thauvin officially, and obviously Vurnon Anita. We'll come to those in a moment. I just want to touch on what Rafa Benitez said in particular about Vurnon Anita. So I'll put it on screen for you. This is what he said. In particular to Vurnon Anita, who has served Newcastle United magnificently over the last 5 years. Vurnon is an outstanding team player, always working for the team and willing to step into whatever position he is needed to fill. He's an excellent professional, and I thank him for every contribution he has made over the years, particularly in my time as manager. So that's what he said. Nice words about Vurnon Anita. I'm going to be honest with you, I was very, very surprised when I heard this news a few weeks back. Me and Will, we are quite surprised that Vurnon Anita has been let go. Vurnon Anita is not the greatest player in the world. I think he's so much better at right back than he is in defensive midfield, without a shadow of a doubt. However, I think he could have been, for me personally, I would have kept him on because of just his squad utility. You can play a right back, you can play in defensive midfield, you can play right midfield, although he doesn't look very comfortable there, and as well as left back, he doesn't look comfortable there when he's had that a couple of games there in the back end of the relegation season. But personally, for me, I would have kept him. Now, there's talk about Johan Gouffran. This is interesting what Rafa said about Johan Gouffran. Again, let's get this on screen for you. Johan Gouffran has been equally committed and dedicated team player for this club, as well as a hugely popular member of the squad. I can confirm we are in early stage discussions now with Johan's agent to see if there might be a solution that could work for both the player and the club, which may say Johan extend his service to Newcastle United, but we'll know more in the coming days. So it sounds like obviously Rafa wants to keep him on. In what role? Maybe it's a year's contract, maybe it's 2. The question is about Johan Gouffran. Can he step up to the Premier League? If anybody can, Rafa Benitez is the man. We've all got doubts. I've got massive doubts personally. Me, I think the first half of the Championship season he was absolutely outstanding. After Christmas, he kind of went off the boil. But I'm just thinking what Rafa's thinking, because towards the second half of the season, obviously we've seen Atsu gain form and cement himself. I think Atsu will obviously play started the last 5 games. However, Gouffran was making some appearances like the second striker role, or coming off the bench as well, where other players would be moved around. So it's interesting to say if Gouffran could be deployed as a number 10 in the Premier League as well. Moving on to Sami Amiobi. This is what he said about Sami Amiobi. Thanks also to Sami Amiobi, who came back in January and made a contribution in the second half of the season. He was also so positive, and he did everything that he could help to help the team achieve success. So yeah, that's what he said about Sami Amiobi. So it's the first time in God knows how many years we haven't got one of the Amiobis. I bet there's someone lurking in the cupboard. But we knew Sami Amiobi was going to go. He's a free agent, you know. I'm just touching on Florian Thauvin. Eventually, this has rumbled on for months and months. I kept saying he's not a Marseille player yet. He's not a Marseille player yet. But it's now official. He is. The club have confirmed that. The agreement, alleged agreement at the start of the season, was after Thauvin had made a few appearances that Marseille could trigger that rumoured price to be around about 9.5 million. And it's one of those that have probably got away from Newcastle. It's probably, how can I put it? A bad buy by Graham Carr that's turned good somewhere else. Now he's a French international, 15, 16 goals this season, double figures for assists. He's been what a season he has, and you ask yourself the question if he could stay on for one more year at Newcastle, but his heart wasn't in it. He got in trouble for speeding in Newcastle. His just heart wasn't set in Newcastle. He just wasn't settled. So good luck to Florian Thauvin. We'll move on. We'll take a bit of that money and invest it back in the summer. So quite an interesting day. So what I want you guys in the comments box down there below is Florian Thauvin. Vurnon Anita, what you think of him? Should you stayed or go? and Johan Gouffran, of course, as well. Do we really need to sign him on, or do we not, of course? Thanks for watching, and obviously we will get on to the England-Scotland review after full time. I'll be doing that on late Saturday night, so it'll probably be out through the night. Thanks very much for watching Newcastle Fans TV, and we shall see you later.